What's up, guys? Disclosure Artist here, and I wanted to start off by saying that I saw something recently that I've seen a couple times, a bunch of times, but that's not the meat and potatoes of the story. It's the fact that I've seen something recently that I've never seen in my entire life. I'll explain both. On the night of the 4th of July, way after all of the fireworks had finished, I was sitting on my balcony with my partner, and every time this happens, I mention it in one video or another, but I saw another white orb fly just within my range of sight from where I was sitting. It definitely was not a firework. It was completely silent. It appeared out of nowhere and disappeared into nowhere, and it was right after I rented the movie The Patriot, and we were having a discussion on the balcony, and it just made itself present, and that was it. Came and went, much like the style of a shooting star, but it's my understanding that shooting stars are not shooting stars. They're not balls of debris burning up in our atmosphere. They're interdimensional beings that can change their size, fit their entire population in the size of a tennis ball, or even smaller. But it's usually consciousness related. Usually has something to do with what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're talking about when these things happen. So I just wanted to start off by mentioning that recently happened. I also recently took a road trip south to visit some friends that were in town, and my partner and I were on the highway, stuck in traffic, and there's a lot of planes and helicopters that fly around that city area. So when I spotted the two lights in the sky, I didn't really think anything of it at first, but I was leaning forward. My partner was driving, but I was leaning forward in the seat to catch a closer look at it to make sure, because I kept expecting it to turn into the lights of a plane or of a helicopter. But sure enough, we drove directly underneath it, and it was floating these two glowing, what looked like balls of fire, literally spheres of flame, and there was two of them, and they were next to each other. I want to say a couple 100 feet above the highway, and I want to say maybe 100 feet apart from each other at the most. They were definitely together, and as we drove underneath them, I kept expecting, because sometimes when you see the headlights of a plane, it appears like it's something, but then of course you could see the blinking light later on once the thing passes. We drove directly underneath it, and I was looking directly up at it, and it was a ball of fire, just two balls of fire floating directly above the highway as we were making our way on our road trip. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I had recently mentioned, because I hear a lot of people talking about basketball-sized orbs that they see in the woods that look like balls of fire, and I was making the distinction to my partner that I'd never seen anything like that before. Sure enough, a few days go by, and this is what I see. It was incredible. It looked exactly the same from all angles. I remember looking directly up and seeing it was what it was. And that's the first time for me. I didn't see just one, there was two. So I had to record it and make sure that this goes in the log, because it was amazing. It definitely was not anything conventional. So there you have it. All right, take care.